My first grade homeschool curriculum picks. Let's talk about it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Sydney and I am a working homeschool mom. I share all things homeschooling, motherhood, fitness, food, and how I balance and juggle all of this craziness. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my first grade homeschool curriculum picks. We have already started a couple of these curriculums just because I do homeschool year round. I don't really like stop and take a break. I just kind of finish a curriculum and move on to the next one. So a couple of things we have been working on for several months to a few months already, but I'm gonna show you all of our first grade curriculum picks. As you can see, I have this like huge stack of curriculum here next to me. So I'll just start with what I have on top here, and that is handwriting. So for handwriting, we're using Handwriting Level 1. This is from The Good and the Beautiful, and we have actually been working on this now. I think we started it maybe in like February, I want to say. My daughter went through the kindergarten handwriting curriculum pretty fast in less than a year. So we're actually almost done with section 1 of the first grade handwriting curriculum, as you can see. So we're on page like 45 here. There's 2 more pages till we're on section 2. And so we're already halfway through level 1. That's pretty crazy. I didn't realize we were so far along in this. My daughter absolutely adores The Good and the Beautiful handwriting. I never have any like complaints from her when it's time to do handwriting. She really enjoys it. It usually has like a picture that you color or like something to trace to go along with it to kind of perfect your penmanship, which is really nice, and it makes it super fun for her. So we've absolutely loved The Good and the Beautiful Handwriting Level 1. And for math for first grade, we also are using The Good and the Beautiful Math Level 1. And we already started the Math Level 1 also. We're only on lesson 12 of The Good and the Beautiful Math Level 1. We have been moving a little bit slower through this. I want to say we started Math Level 1 maybe about a month ago. It has been moving a little bit slower than the kindergarten math just because it has the lesson and then it has a page where your child does kind of like an independent review. So we don't usually get through a whole lesson in one day just because I do homeschool with like time blocking instead of lesson planning, which I have a whole video talking about that if you want to see it. But basically we do like each of our lessons for about 15 minutes, and that's just not enough time to get through the whole lesson. So we usually will do like the first half of the lesson one day, and the next day she'll do the independent practice is usually kind of how it goes. So we've really been enjoying it so far. It's been going really good. At the beginning it had like a really good review, which showed me that she actually retained so much from the kindergarten math curriculum, and I was really impressed. And then it does come with the math box, as you can see here. And this is what I really loved about The Good and the Beautiful Math, is that it comes with a pre-made math box. I have talked about this before too, but I did try Math with Confidence during our kindergarten year, and one of the things I really disliked about that curriculum is that it made you build your own math box. So I was like buying all of these extra materials, trying to build and create our own math box, and The Good and the Beautiful is just really simple. That's what I love so much about it. It comes with everything you need. It is completely open and go, all in one, and it's wonderful. That's like my favorite thing about it. So it comes with like a little clock in here, and then it comes with these really nice, they're like rubber shape pieces. It comes with a lot of them too. We actually haven't gotten to a lesson where we use these yet, but I'm sure that will be coming up soon. What I thought was really nice about this math box too is that it comes with these cutout coins. In the math level K, you did have to kind of like gather up some coins from your house, which I think they probably realized like maybe people want them in the math box, which I definitely did. So they have like cutout coins now, little like pretend coins that you can learn how to count money. And then it's got like a left and a right die, a numbered die, and then it has tons of little pieces like clocks that they practice with, little boats, all sorts of things. So the math box is so amazing. I love that their curriculum just comes with everything that you need. So that's what we are using for our first grade math. Moving on to language arts. I actually haven't even opened our first grade language arts still. You can see when you get your order from The Good and the Beautiful. I happen to live in Utah, and The Good and the Beautiful is also located here in Utah, which is so nice. So I just go down to their physical store and pick up our curriculum, which is seriously so fun because you can really look at all of their stuff, pick and choose what you want, and it's amazing. But I'm pretty sure if you order in the mail, it probably comes packaged similar to this. So I haven't even opened it yet because we are still working on our language arts level K, which is totally fine. I have just been moving very slowly through it. I would say that their language arts is probably like a little bit advanced, and the lessons can be pretty lengthy. So we have been working on The Good and the Beautiful language arts level K for probably close to a year, almost a year and a half at this point, I would say. And we're getting so close to the end. I want to say, let me see, I have it right here. We are getting so close to the end. We're on lesson 105, and there's only 120 lessons. So we are definitely nearing the end. But I don't want to rush through this. Learning how to read is such a crucial skill, and it's not something I can like force my child to digest any faster. She's gonna kind of learn it at her own pace, and that's what I absolutely love about homeschooling. So I've just been working at her pace with it, and it's taken us a little bit longer, which is totally fine. But we're getting pretty close to the end of it. And when we are done, we will move on to the language arts level 1. And I'll open it here with you so I can show you what it looks like. It's so fun opening up brand new curriculum. It's like one of my favorite things to do is like when I get new curriculum, open it all up, read about it. I don't know, I just find that so fun. So this is what it looks like. Course book level 1. And let's see what the inside kind of looks like. So it looks like it's laid out pretty similar to level K. It's got phonics, writing, reading, grammar, punctuation, spelling, literature, geography, and art in it. That's what I really loved about this curriculum, is that it includes so much in one curriculum. You don't have to buy like a bunch of other things except for the handwriting. There is handwriting in the course book also, but I wouldn't say it's minimal. Like, it is in there, but it's nice to have the separate handwriting book on top of it just so they can perfect their penmanship, where in the lesson they're more so working on a concept instead of working on their penmanship, if that makes sense. And then it comes with the reading booster cards again. So this is the booster B, and we're getting really close to being done with our reading booster A cards also. I think we have like 2 more cards left, and then we will move on to this. And I love the reading booster cards, and so does my daughter, because they come with these stickers at the back. And each time they master a concept, they get a sticker and they get to put it on the little mastered spot. And my daughter has absolutely loved that. I think it really makes them feel like they've accomplished something and they're so proud of themselves. So that's been super fun. So they've got that. And then it also comes with the Reading Booster B books. The kindergarten curriculum also came with reading booster books. So basically, like, it's kind of once you've mastered a reading card, some of the cards will have a book that you read after. So don't feel like super overwhelmed. I remember when I started the kindergarten curriculum, I kind of felt overwhelmed because there's 3 parts to the language arts. But once you start, it's really simple. Basically, you always start with the booster cards. You master booster cards, and then the lesson book will tell you when to stop if a booster card hasn't been mastered. So usually what I do is work on booster cards first when we do our homeschool lessons. And I do the booster cards for about like 5 minutes. I think it recommends like 6 minutes or something. We usually probably do it for about 5 minutes, and then I move on to the lesson, and I do a lesson for about 15 minutes, and then we move on with our day. But it will tell you when to stop. Sometimes people get really confused with that. So like it tells you right here. So like reading booster 1 target, that means that the booster number 1 card has to be mastered before you move on to this lesson. And that really keeps you on track so that your child, because The Good and the Beautiful is like a spiral-based curriculum, and with reading you kind of need to master concepts also. They have you master the concepts in the booster card and then continue on with the lessons, if that makes sense. And then I was like, well, what about these like little reading booster books? And this is really simple too. So like in the booster card, it will tell you, let me just show you one so that you can see it. Okay, so like number 2. So it has you, it's gonna have the child master reading these 2 pyramids first. And once they have mastered those, then it says, have the child read the reading booster B book number 1, 8 Pretty Sheep. So once she has read the pyramids and has those mastered, then I will have her read the booster B book. And then we will put our mastered sticker here. And it's super simple. And then what I think is kind of fun about these, every time that she reads one, I just like store it in her room on her bookshelf. And each night I have her read one of the booster books to me first, and then I'll read her like our normal bedtime stories kind of thing. But it's really nice because it's something she's already mastered, she's read before, and it helps her to work on her reading, which is awesome. I love it. So that is what we will be doing for our language arts. As far as science goes, I am still working through some things that I've had from kindergarten still. So we are really getting pretty close to the end of this, but I've been kind of slowly working through this fascinating ocean book for kids. And I've been alternating that with The Good and the Beautiful, Fields and Flowers. And these have both been so great. So we probably only have, I don't know, maybe like a handful of lessons left in the Field and Flowers, and then the book that goes along with it. I've showed this many times, and I've been like alternating the Fields and the Flowers with the ocean study. And what I'll do is I'll just usually like pick a few pages, print off maybe like a craft for us to do or something for my daughter to paint. I'll read kind of what it says in this book and have her do a little activity to go along with it. But once those are done, and I'm guessing they'll be done maybe in a couple more months, but while I was at The Good and the Beautiful, I picked up another science curriculum for us because we really have loved their science. It's been so fun. So for first grade, we picked up the Science for Little Hearts and Hands, Sparks and Stars. This is one that my daughter picked out. They have so many options. Another one that I thought looked really fun is they had like a dinosaur one. I really wanted her to pick that one just because I thought it looked really interesting. But they had like a dinosaur one. They have like an ocean. I want to say they have a couple more, but she picked the Sparks and Stars. So it comes with the parent guide, and then it comes with the big book of science stories. And this is also very open and go, really easy to use. You will just, what I usually do, because I like my daughter to be really involved, is I will tell her to pick out which one she wants to do. So she'll just grab this book, kind of look through it, pick which one she wants to do. And then with each lesson, it will tell you to either read a story from the big book of science stories, or it will have you watch a video that's usually on like the Good and the Beautiful's app, which is so easy, so like convenient, really nice to have. And it'll kind of go like through some discussion questions for you guys to talk about. And sometimes it will have an optional activity or craft. If it doesn't, my daughter just absolutely adores crafting. That's all she wants to do. So I will usually find something to add alongside it that she can do, something like crafty or painting, something along those lines. So that is what we will be doing for our science. I also have these sitting here because I'm gonna just be kind of like looping in. This is just like some math facts cards. So I've got addition math facts and subtraction. I'm just planning on looping those in once a week. Now, I need to talk to you because the biggest change to our curriculum, we are using all the good and the beautiful still, just like we did with our kindergarten year. But if you watched my kind of like what I was thinking about doing for first grade, you know I was really trying to figure out like what I wanted to do for history, because I wanted to start incorporating history into our homeschool lessons. I really love like a Charlotte Mason philosophy of homeschooling. I love how she viewed children, how she thought they should be educated. And I've known for quite a while now that I really wanted a Charlotte Mason pedagogy in our homeschooling. So I finally figured out what we are going to be doing for history, but it's a lot more than history. So let me show you here what we have decided to do. So let me back up a little bit. When I was first kind of like wondering what to do for history, I also was kind of looking for like a Bible study, because I've shown it before, but we have just been kind of reading through the complete illustrated children's Bible, and it's been absolutely wonderful. We have really loved it. We are also nearing the end of that, but going into our first grade year and forward, I kind of wanted something that we could actually follow along with a Bible study, have like discussion questions, and be like reading actual excerpts from the Bible. So I really wanted to incorporate like a Bible study, and I kind of started like digging in. I didn't know if I was gonna use the Alviary, maybe just buy like their Bible course and their history course. And then I started kind of looking more into a Gentle Feast, which I have looked at both of these curriculums multiple times. I have, you know, researched them, debated them, thought about purchasing them, but didn't. All of those things. I finally made the plunge, the decision, and it started with me buying the Gentle Feast Morning Time. Okay, so I have the physical copy of the Morning Time, and I thought, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy just the Morning Time from a Gentle Feast, and I'll purchase the Alviary's history. That was kind of my plan all along. And then the more I just like kept looking at it, people that use the Alviary love it. And I don't know, one day I might switch to the Alviary's. I have no idea. But I just kept looking at it, and I didn't like love the way it was laid out. I don't know, there was something about it that just like it didn't appeal to me very much. And I kept going on to a Gentle Feast. I debated maybe I should buy their Cycle 1 history, but then I was like, dang, that's like a whole curriculum, you know? If you buy their history, that's like all your main subjects. And I was like, do I want all the main subjects? And I just kept like debating basically. And then I realized I kept seeing on there something about this membership that they were starting this year, and it was for their founding members, and they were offering it at a monthly price, because that is one thing that really held me back from purchasing the Alviary also, is that it's $300 up front, and like if you don't like it, you're just out $300. And when I saw that a Gentle Feast was offering a membership for, I think it's $29 a month or something like that, I was like, and you can cancel it at any time. I thought, this is the perfect opportunity for me to try a membership, see how I like it. So to a Gentle Feast, like, thank you so much for offering a membership at a monthly price, because that is what gave me like the courage and the confidence to jump in and try your membership. And I am so excited, you guys, like so excited. There's no way for me to like really kind of like show you the membership. Maybe if you guys would like to see it, I could pull up my computer a day, kind of show you what the membership looks like. Let me know in the comments below. But we are going to be following like a whole Charlotte Mason curriculum. And you might be wondering, well, like, what about the language arts? And what I found when I got into the membership of a Gentle Feast, the language arts that's included in the membership doesn't start until like 3rd grade. It's like a 3rd grade literature. Your child would be at kind of like a 3rd grade level. If they're not at that spot yet, my child is in Form 1. And Form 1 ends in 3rd grade. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I thought that was a little bit odd that they don't include the language arts for like first grade, second grade also, which I think they should. That is something I will suggest to that community on there, because I definitely think that that should be included as part of the membership. You shouldn't have to buy that separately. But I already had my language arts purchased, and I don't really want to switch language arts right now. We absolutely love using the Good and the Beautiful for language arts, and I don't see any reason to like purchase a Gentle Feast language arts. I don't know. There's just no no reason for me to do that. So I'm not going to be using their language arts. And then if you know anything about a Charlotte Mason curriculum, they usually never come with math. So I already had my math picked out, but everything else will be from a Gentle Feast. Now you might be wondering about science, because I've also got science purchased from a Good and the Beautiful. What I'm kind of planning on doing is alternating a Gentle Feast science, which is just nature study for Form 1, with the Good and the Beautiful science, because we really enjoy it. So I'm just kind of like gonna alternate them is kind of what I'm thinking, or maybe, I don't know for sure yet. As I'm sitting here editing my video, I realized I said a Gentle Feast, the only science in it is nature study. That's not right. Now that I've actually started the curriculum, natural history is science in a Charlotte Mason curriculum. So I've just kind of like now learned this, but the science is natural history, and then you can also do nature study on top of it. So I still don't know exactly what I'm doing, because now I have like 2 sciences going on, and I might try to like alternate them every other week. I honestly don't know right now at this point, but I will definitely keep you updated and let you know kind of like what I do once I get into the curriculum. We did start it for the first time last week, and I did the natural history, and it was great. So I just wanted to put that in here. The natural history is the science for a Gentle Feast. I kind of got like my schedule here laid out. We haven't even started the Gentle Feast curriculum yet, and I'll make a whole video talking about how I scheduled it all out too, because this was really intimidating to me, and something that kind of made me feel like, oh, I don't know if I can do a Charlotte Mason curriculum because I don't know how to schedule it. And I figured out how to do it. It was actually pretty simple once I figured it out. So I will also film a whole video talking about that. But long story short, I know I'm getting rambly. With a Gentle Feast, we are going to be doing American history. I've got it kind of all laid out here, the lesson plan. So it's American history, natural history, nature study, geography. We're doing French. You could choose between Spanish or French. My daughter chose French. And then the read alouds that are a part of the membership. And then, like I said, I bought the physical copy of the Morning Time. I didn't need to, but I didn't know I'd be purchasing the membership. The membership includes the whole Morning Time. And I didn't even tell you what the Morning Time all comes with, you guys. The Morning Time comes with so much stuff. Like, I'm gonna be doing so many subjects, but this is a Charlotte Mason style of homeschooling. This is what I really wanted to do, and I just absolutely like adore it. I want my children to have like all of these big ideas, know all these different things. Like, I just think it's beautiful. It's so like life-giving, and I'm thrilled. I'm so dang excited. Oh, another thing it includes, I don't have it in here, but also art we're gonna be doing. It comes with so much stuff. I have it all written down here so I can tell you. Okay, so in the Morning Time, we will be doing Bible study, hymns, poetry, recitation, composer study, fables and tales. There's also folk songs if you want to do folk songs. I mean, it's amazing. It includes so much stuff. We are also, for the handicrafts, we're going to be doing clay modeling. So it's a lot of subjects. I know if you are new to a Charlotte Mason style of homeschooling, this is your first time like hearing about it, it can sound crazy overwhelming. But Charlotte Mason really believed in teaching children a feast of ideas. This is why it's called a Gentle Feast, because she wanted children to have a feast of ideas with living books written in a narrative form, and you have discussions with your kids where they narrate back to you what they have learned instead of like test taking, which is chef's kiss in my opinion. That's beautiful. That is taking, like, that is such a high level of thinking compared to answering questions on a test. Having to narrate back what you have learned is an incredibly high level of thinking and intelligence. So that is completely what a Charlotte Mason philosophy is about. She also believed in having this feast of subjects and having each subject be in a very short amount of time. So each subject is like 10 to 15, 20 minutes. So that's how you can include so many subjects into your homeschool days. And you don't do every subject every day. That is where your scheduling kind of comes into place. And even with the morning time, you do Bible and like one other lesson. You don't do Bible and all of the stuff in the morning time. You pick Bible and one thing. And then the next day you pick Bible and another thing. And you kind of keep like looping through the subjects. And then you create a plan for how you're gonna work in everything else. And like I said, I will film a whole video talking about how I planned our homeschool days, because as you know, I don't lesson plan, and either does Charlotte Mason. These aren't based on like lesson plans. It's based on really just like, it's kind of just like a focused amount of time of learning. And if you get through it, you get through it. And you kind of work at your child's pace, which is absolutely beautiful, wonderful, amazing. So I know I have said a lot to you. I've got a lot of curriculum going on, but I am so excited. I'm so excited to have just like taken the plunge to do the membership. I kind of just like, I felt like my heart just kept like calling on me. I kept going back to their website basically. And I kept like praying, like for the Lord to give me an answer, like what I should do for history, what curriculum I should pick, because I've been indecisive for months now, you guys, for months. And he kept pulling me back to that membership. And like I said, it being like in a monthly bracket instead of having to pay for a whole year up front is really what gave me the confidence to do it. And I'm just so excited. I can't wait to show you everything we do in this curriculum and how we enjoy it and just all of it. So yeah, I think that is all of our first grade curriculum picks. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that it helped you if you're trying to figure out what to do for first grade, kindergarten, if you're just starting homeschooling, any of it. I want you to know you are not alone on your homeschooling journey. I am right here for you. I have felt so lonely so many times, especially when I first started homeschooling. And I want you to know that the confidence comes and it builds the longer that you do it. Now that I am into my second year of homeschooling, I just have absolutely no regrets. I don't doubt myself anymore. I don't question myself anymore. I have seen the growth and the progress in my daughter, and it is the most beautiful, wonderful thing to witness firsthand, especially as their mother. Like, I talk about this all the time, but like, I don't see a better path. When I think about all these kids going back to school, I think school starts tomorrow where we live. I feel bad that they don't get like this kind of one-on-one education like my children get. And if you are a kind, loving, motivated parent, I want you to know you can totally do this if your heart is tugging at you to do it, and you will have no regrets. Like, it's the absolute best thing ever. I'm so happy that I decided to do it, and yeah, that's like really all I can say. So I hope you guys are having such a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Leave me comments below. It means so much to me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.